Now it should be working. Very good. Okay, great. Now the technique should be working right now. So maybe I should turn off my microphone, and then it's working. So now let's see. It's just the first shot here. So we start with the topic very soon. I need just to wait. Tomasz, nice to meet you here. I have just to wait if I can hear my own sound at YouTube, that I know you can hear me. Wait a bit. Technique is wonderful. Just needs always run about 1 minute, something like that. Ah, very good. Great. So now you can hear me. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we can start. It's as I said, it's the first time that let me just close my video here on the phone, because this is the first time, now we can hear you. This is the really first time that we have this combination between Zoom and YouTube, because today I connect my phone that you can see how the app on Android, and of course here on with the iPhone, is also working. So I'm happy to talk to you with the special topic, essential trading indicators and how to use them successfully. Thomas, thanks for being here. And I guess if you watch this as a recording, you can always leave your comments in the commentary field, and I will answer you, and Sabio will answer you too. Okay, let's start. And of course, first of all, we should clarify what is basically an indicator. So let me go back. Where is my SabioTrade? First of all, look, it's always the same. When you are a trader and you are here on the platform in SabioTrade and you want to trade something, so then you are at the right edge of the chart. Let me mark it for you a little bit. Eduardo, nice to meet you here. Thank you very much. Yeah. So when you are here at the chart, here on SabioTrade, for example, and you are here on the right edge of the chart, yeah, you don't know the future. Yeah, you don't know the future. And the problem is you cannot influence the future. Yeah, you just have a fact here at the right edge of the chart. Now you can make your analysis, you can interpret your information, you can interpret your fundamental data, you can make any analysis, something like that. But basically, you are at the right edge of the chart and you have to make a decision if you want to go long to buy or if you want to go short to sell. You have to make a decision. If you are a beginner or if you are an unexperienced trader, then you have the situation that this is a kind of uncomfortable situation, right? You feel unsure, insecure. Yeah. You don't know what to do. Maybe then you're going to look for any information because you want to have more safety, more security. You want to have kind of guarantee. Yeah. The best, people look for people that tell them what to do. Yeah. Then they're reading the newsletters. Then you're reading the news on online on Google and on Facebook, on Twitter and TikTok, something like that. So a beginner is looking for, how should I say, for more safety, because once you open your trade, you can basically do nothing that your trade is going into the profit or into the loss. The only thing what you can do is to close the trade. You can do nothing that the price is going into your direction. You can do literally nothing because you cannot influence the price. And one of the first things, ladies and gentlemen, one of the first things is always the same. People open the tools and looking for some indicators, some helpful tools. As I mentioned, you can look on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, whatever there is, Instagram. Yeah, you can follow any webinars, you can follow any videos, something like that. But basically, you are completely uncomfortable at the right edge of the chart. And this is a big problem. So, and the first thing what most of the traders are doing is to look for any indicators, which means kind of helpful tools. So let's see what is an indicator. We have a look at the dictionary, and the dictionary says an indicator can confirm if the market is trending or if the market is ranging, kind of sideways phase, you know. Indicators can also provide specific market information, such as when an asset is overbought or oversold in a range and due for a reversal. So that means indicator or trading, same meaning. It shows you what you can see in the chart. So the message of an indicator should be to show you where are you in the market. Yeah, mostly you will see if you use an indicator if you are too high or too low. So, and such indicators are MACD, moving average convergence divergence, smoothing, smooth moving averages, or exponential moving averages. We have Bollinger Bands, we have Heikin-Ashi, and many, many other things. I will show you in the chart from SabioTrade how you can use them, how you will find them, and how they look like. But before we do that, we need to understand what an indicator really means. Regarding to trading, it shows you where are you in the market. We have kind of lagging indicators. That's like moving averages. They are following the price. And we have leading indicators. They show you what could happen next. But what is an indicator in real? What is an indication? Let me explain you with a very simple example. Yeah, just a moment. I need to translate. So, for example, there's a crime scene. Something happens anywhere. People were murdered. Or some was stolen. Something like that. Let's suppose someone was murdered, for example. It's a crime scene. The police is there. So, and now they're looking for the criminal. Who was the murderer? So, the first thing they check the traffic cams. So now, for example, they find my car. They see me driving in my car, or maybe not in my car, but they see my car driving close to the crime scene. Or maybe the car officers found my mobile phone at the crime scene. That means, that's an indication. Markus must be around the crime scene. We could see him in the traffic cams. We find his phone there. But is it a real proof? No, it's not. It's just an indication. ladies and gentlemen. It's not a proof. I could drive around with you could see me in the traffic cam and driving around because I was on my way to my gym, because the gym is also close to the crime scene. So maybe someone has stolen my phone and that was the murder. But it was my phone, but I was not at the crime scene. So it's not a proof. It's just an indication for something, for a fact. So what's the fact? Someone was murdered. Police could me see in the traffic jam with my car. They found my phone at the crime scene. That's the facts. But it's not a proof that I was the murderer and I have to go to the jail. It's not a proof. It's an indication. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a big difference. It's an indication, but not a proof, especially it's nothing that you can prove I was the murderer. And I have to get judged and to the jail. It's just an indication. As long as no one saw me, the guy, that I was the murderer by hitting the people, no one can prove it. It's just an indication. And that's what does it mean? And in trading, ladies and gentlemen, it is exactly the same. It's an indicator, will never tell you the future. The indicator is calculated on a fact. And the fact, which is every indicator is calculated by, is the price. Or the second fact, which is available in trading to calculate basically something, what is it? Yeah, it's the volume, right? It is the volume. So every indicator has one fact and is calculated on one fact. It's the price or the volume. And this is already a fact you can see in the chart without the indicator also. But it will never show you the truth. It shows you always what happens right now. And that's a big indicator. That's a big difference, because especially beginners has big hope that an indicator will help you to become a better trader. Or an indicator should help you to make profits. But unfortunately, this is not working in that way. It is absolutely not working in that way. We need to understand how to use indicators. So where do you find your indicator right now? For example, let's see an example here in our SabioTrade, for example. Okay, so here on the left side, I will mark it for you, then it's a little bit easier for you. So here on the left side, you have some buttons. Yeah, you see the buttons. And this button here is the button for the indicators. So you click on the indicator, and then you have many indicators. You have popular one like alligator, average directional movement, average true range, awesome oscillator, Bollinger Bands, and more and more. And here you have the MACD, popular one, momentum moving average. So let's see a moving average, for example. So click on moving average. Then this display is going up and you say, okay, I want to see the 50 moving average, smooth or exponential or weight moving. Let's see normal SMA. And let's find the red color. And let's say thickness. Okay, give it really thick right now. So now click on apply. And then you will see, okay, this is now the 50 SMA moving average. But as you can see, this moving average is a lagging indicator. As you can see, for example, here right now, the price turns and going down, and the moving average is following, which means it's a lagging indicator. So what will you do with this? What should you do with this information? Because the price turns around before the indicator is turning also. So now, for example, now you are here in this phase, and the moving average is also going up and down and up and down and up and down. So you see, there is absolute no benefit. Yeah, there is no advantage for using just simple an indicator. Yeah. Let's go to the indicator. If you want to delete it, click to indicator. Yeah. And you will have on added here. When you go to added, then you click here on just remove it, and then it's done. Okay. Let's find another one. And you will find different moving averages here and trend. So, and let's see which one we should use. Let's anyone parabolic. No, let's make it easy. Let's zigzag indicator. Yeah, let's zigzag indicator and type in whatever you want there, 5%, whoever, and click on apply. Yeah. So, and then you see there is a kind of zigzag. Yeah, you can see it here, up and down, up and down. So, but this is not how to draw the trend basically. Yeah. So click on indicators again, on added, and delete it. Let's find another one. Let's find popular. There is one RSI, Relative Strength Index. Yeah. So let's take this again. And then you have it here on the lower side. So this is a little bit interesting, right? So now you can see just it's going up and down and sideways and down and up, which means we need to understand how an indicator is really working. So we delete it for the moment, actually, because maybe we use it later again. So now you see where you can find it in your Sabio trading room, by the way. Okay, so let's switch again to continue. There are indicators and there are oscillators. So what is an oscillator? Let's ask the dictionary again. An oscillator is a technical analysis indicator that varies over time within a band above and below a center line or between set levels. Oscillators are used to discover short-term overbought or oversold conditions. At the end, ladies and gentlemen, at the end, like indicators, they can show you where are you in the market. Well-known oscillators, for example, RSI, CCI, momentum, or stochastic. I showed you already, but let's find it again. You want to see an oscillator? Yeah. So for example, let's go to the link on oscillators here on the left side again. Yeah. And now let's find an oscillator. You can find here many other things. And let's see, for example, yeah, let's take the RSI or the MIC. No, let's see do we have Bollinger Bands? Yeah, here Bollinger Bands. Very cool. And we have stochastic. Let's say stochastic. Let's take normal one. So, and here you can see this stochastic stochastic indicator. Yeah, you can see here, okay, the price is going down and the oscillator is going down too. So we have two sets, two levels, 20 and 80. So, and normally an oscillator shows you when the price is overbought or when the price is oversold. So, but you see, for example, the price is moving in a range. So now the question is how to use it. Yeah, because just only to see an indicator is not the way how to use them. I give you an example. When I started with my trading many years ago, I bought a book about stochastic and indicators. And there was an interesting information because someone wrote in this book, when you see the indicator in an overbought state, then you have to sell. And when the price is in the oversold state, then you have to buy back. So when the price is oversold and going back to the overbought, then you can buy it. Then you buy back, buy cheap and sell expensive, for example. So, but here's another example. Look, here was the price overbought here, and now you want to sell it when the price is oversold, but it's not oversold right now, but the price went up. So where is your stop loss? So you see, it's not that so simple to use indicators and oscillators. Of course, it's not that way, ladies and gentlemen. That means we need to find a way how to use them. So we go to indicators, to add it, and then we can delete it, for example, here again. Okay. So that was a real life example of oscillators. So when should you use each indicator or oscillator? First of all, we need to understand the universe of them is almost unlimited. Really unlimited. Look again to the platform and the indicators. The popular one have so many, then split it in momentum, in trend, in volatility, in moving averages, in volume, and in other ones. Look, how many indicators. You will need almost full lifetime to investigate all of them. That makes no sense. I used many years to find a way how to use indicators. By the way, you saw here my chart, for example. Yeah. Do you see any indicators in my chart? No. You don't see anyone. You just see my trades. No more, no less. Yeah. You just see my trades. You don't see any indicators. You know where you find them, but I will teach you a way how to use them if you want. Basically, you don't need, but you know, I will show you a way how to make money with indicators. It's really cool. But you should know that you can spend hours, days, weeks, and almost years to investigate all indicators, that you understand how they are working. But you know, trading is a game of math. It's a zero-sum game. Trading is a zero-sum game. You need to understand that. If you want to buy 2 shares, you need someone who want to sell. So now you have 2 shares and the seller has not 2 shares anymore. The same if you want to buy a future contract or a CFD. If you want to have 2 contracts of DAX or Dow, you need someone who want to sell. And the opposite direction. It's at the end, Mihai, good evening. It's in the end a zero-sum game. So you need always to understand that indicators are just only tools that can help you to find a trading approach, not the strategy. The strategy in trading is already given by buy cheap and sell expensive. Any indicators and oscillators should give you an approach. So therefore, you need to understand which one we want to use. How do they work? What do they show you in the chart? And how to use them. And then you now need to find rules which give you a mathematical edge in your trading. Because as you remember, we are the right edge of the chart. You cannot influence the price, which means you need an edge, which means you need an approach which is statistically a positive mathematical edge that you know if your rules show up maybe 10 times, then you know 6 or 7 times you will make money and 2 or 3 times you won't. So the first step is which one you want to use, which indicator. How is it working? Where are the rules? So therefore, you have to choose wisely which one is pretty useful, because not every indicator is really useful. And you saw in SabioTrade, the platform, there are so many. Not all of them are really, really useful. So forget it. They must fit to your own trading approach, to your strategy, to your rules. So my question, let me fix this because the strategy is in this case not really defined, the trading rules. Because the strategy is already given, yeah, you understand this. So they must fit to your own trading rules. Or you create rules with an indicator. So, and based on my experience, you should use less of indicators and oscillators, yeah. I want to show you one of my charts from the beginning of my trading career. The question is, how can they be used together effectively? You see this chart? Oh my goodness. It's one of my first charts when I started my trading career in a different platform, by the way. So you see, I guess that was almost 20 years ago, 17, 18 years ago. And you see, I had the RSI, I had the MACD in the same chart. Today, I know they show me exactly the same. And they had they had the Bollinger Bands in that. I had trend lines in it. Yeah. So you see what I wrote here in the slide. Don't do that, because you don't see anything in the chart, only these indicators. And they show you, and they tell you, all of them, they tell you exactly the same. So please never, never do that. So how can they be used together effectively? So most of the indicators and oscillators show similar situations. You should be able to know which of them are support the foundation of trading, trend, and price. For example, Heikin-Ashi moving average. So I want to show you I want to show you two strategies. So for example, we want to create a combination between Heikin-Ashi, it's a trend indicator, and a moving average. So it's an interesting part. So first of all, let's take anyone, whatever there is. So now in the chart, you can see here is Heikin-Ashi. Heikin-Ashi, you will find here on the chart type on the left side, you know, SabioTrade, and you can switch between lines, candles, bars, and Heikin-Ashi. And here you can switch with full candles and with not full candles, and you can use the colors. So Heikin-Ashi is a trend indicator, which shows you if the color is green, the sellers or the buyers are in, we have more volume on the buyer side. If the color changed to the other one, then the price turns around. So even if you just use the indicator of Heikin-Ashi, it's a very, very interesting strategy. When the color change, you buy. For example, when the color here change from violet to green, then you buy, and when the color change again, then you sell. It's a kind of strategy, but you see sometimes the color changed and changed again. It's not really that perfect rules. So first of all, and the other one, yeah, where you should your stop loss and you go out when the color change again. Let's find a little bit a different situation. And we use additionally moving averages. And we use two of them. So we go to indicators and let's say moving average. And we use normal moving average and say, okay, let's find 50 and give it a little bit more thickness and apply. So, and we need a faster moving average. So we go again to indicators, moving average, and let's say, okay, just 10, which means it's the average of the last 10 periods. Whatever time frame you use, no one cares. And let's take another color. Let's take a blue one. And the thickness. So now we could say, okay, whenever, for example, and for that you don't need Heikin-Ashi, for example. Yeah, whenever the faster moving average is crossing the slower one, then we buy, and when it's crossing again, we sell. Let's have a look if this is working. Let's have a look if this is working. Okay, so for example, we start here. There we have a cross. You see, we cross, and when the price crosses again, then we sell. So then we say, okay, maybe again, it crosses again. And here crosses, you see it's a loser. Yeah. Here we made money, here we lost. So here is crossing again. And here is crossing again, and that's a huge profit. So as long, and they show you what I see. Okay, you see what I see? It's a trend. Yeah. So, but this is an interesting strategy you can use if you use moving averages. Yeah. So before we continue, I want to show you how this is working on your phone, on Android, and of course with the test version on iPhone also. Yeah, it's very interesting. So I have to stop this one first. And then I have to do this, post. So now I want to, just a moment. So now I share my screen. Exactly. Now you can see my screen. Cool. So now you should see my screen. Let me, so exactly. So now you will find here the Sabio app. You go to Sabio app. And now you are in your app. This is on Android, also working on iPhone. iPhone is not free. It's just in the test flight. Yeah, but basically it's working. So now you can see, you can trade. You see your portfolio, for example. You see the capital and you see the trades, for example. So let's go to a trade, for example. And here now you see the chart. So now you can open the chart, yeah, and you see everything is basically there. Now you can change the time frame. You can see the time frame, for example, this is 10 minutes right now. So if you click on this button, and here you see the button, for example, in the app, yeah, you can see indicators. Yeah, click on the indicators, and you see you have all indicators in your app also in. So you see that, for example, moving, let's see if we find moving average. Let's see, moving average. Yeah, moving average. Yeah, and here you see you can set everything in your chart, yeah, and put it into the chart. So you see in the app, you can do everything what you can do on your laptop also. So and it's a good idea, for example, to prepare your charts maybe in the morning and the rest of the day when you are in your normal job, in your day-by-day work, for example, yeah, then you can check it, your positions here on the phone, can trail your stop loss, whatever you want to do. But the best thing is you prepare it also always in the morning. So you see, this is the way how it really, really works. So now that's what I want to show you. So now here we go. And now I go back to my host. And then I can share my screen again. Very good. So you see how it really works, yeah? Eduardo, nice that you like this strategy. I'm really happy. But I want to show you another strategy. For that, we close those indicators. And now I want to show you something really, really interesting. It's working with divergence and convergence. So for that, we use the MACD, move it popular, and we go to MACD. And yeah, we use this one, for example, and apply. So what we try to find is that what we can see, what the moving average as MACD is showing us. MACD is the shortcut for moving average convergence divergence. So this indicator shows you when the price and the volume are not longer working together. I give you a very, very interesting example, which happens exactly right now here at the right edge of the chart. Oh, no, sorry, I show you the way for a convergence, which means I give you an example. What does it mean? Convergence, divergence. So a very famous example is I say you cannot teach yourself in trading. It's not possible. This is my state. This is my statement. You say you're stupid. No, everything is there. I can watch webinars. I can watch YouTube videos. Everything is for free. Yeah, it's not a problem. I can teach myself. And I say, no, the fact is, or the question is it basically possible that you can teach trading by yourself and become successful? So that's the fact. I say, no, it's not. After 25 years of experience, I can say it's not possible. Many people say it is possible. Everything is for free. I can see webinars, YouTube. I can teach myself. So now we have a statement and we have different opinions, which means our opinions are not convergent. They are divergent. They are going in different, we have different opinions. So, for example, if we go to a bar together, for example, and we see a beautiful girl or maybe a beautiful man, whatever there is, and we say, wow, very cool. We see the same, we have the same opinion, say, wow, that's it. Very, very cool. So we have the same opinion, convergent opinion. But if we say the statement, you cannot teach yourself in trading to become successful, I would say it's not possible, and you can say it is possible. At the end, the account size will show you the truth and the time. So what's the statement with this indicator? What shows you convergent divergence? So the statement is the price and the volume. Volume let the price increase and decrease. And the indicator shows you when there is a divergence. So this is a convergence. Convergence, what you see here right now. The price is falling down and the indicator is also falling down. This is a convergence. Price, volume, indicator, same direction. But we are looking for a good rules and trading approach. And the best is a divergence. So let's look for a divergence. We need higher prices and a falling indicator. So let's see where, here we go. There is one. There is one. So you see, very, very interesting. We have a price, a high price. Price is going up. It falls a little bit. It's increasing, going up, and have a new high. And you see the indicator is going up also, creates a high, but the second high is a lower high in the indicator. And this is one of the most interesting strategies ever. Because after a divergence, prices are mostly falling down very strong. And on the opposite direction, increasing. And now, interestingly, if you have the combination between a divergence and in Heikin Ashi, a change of color, you have a really good ratio of loss and profit. How cool is this? Guys, this is one of the best strategies ever. But it's not the only one for indicators. But using divergences in every time frame is one of the most interesting strategies ever. But this, guys, is not everything how to use it. Let's go back to the slide here. What are the dangers of relying on these? The point is, if you rely on them, you are abundant. They are not the so-called holy grail. They are not the crystal ball. They will never show you the future. They only can support you. That's the reason why you need to know how they are working and how to use them, like I showed you here right now, or I showed you in the slide or in the chat, in the chart here on SabioTrade. So I showed you this one, how to use with this divergence. Yeah. So here is an interesting part on the lower side. Yeah, it's interesting. It's a kind of double low. Look, now on the long side. So on the long side, there is a low and there is a low. There is a way deeper low, but the indicator has a double bottom, not a low. And here is changing the color, which means I can set my stop loss there, and then I set a target. How is this working? I show you that. I really show you that in the slide. Come on, where are you? So, you remember, you need to your approach, like using divergences with Heikin Ashi, for example, you use a conservative risk management. How is this working? Let's say we have a profit-loss ratio of 2 and 1. And we have a win rate of 50-50. Let's say you have to test it by yourself, or you come to a Dao family and we show you and lead you every day to success, by the way. But let's say this combination of moving average with MACD and Heikin Ashi and using divergences, for example, let's say 50-50. Let's say win rate 50-50. We want to have 0.24%, and we risk 0.2%. Yeah. For example, like we said here, again, back to the chart, we use this divergence here. The color is green. We say 0.2% risk here, and we want, that's my entry, for example, that's my stop, and we want 0.2, maybe anywhere here. However, yeah, so this is the way how it works. We risk 0.2% from your account size. At the best, you have an assessment or a real account from SabioTrade. And let's say we make 3 trades per day because we are day traders, for example, and we make trading every day. But you can also say, no, just 3 trades per week, per month. The money management and the win rate is exactly the same. It not depends from the amount of the trades. Yeah, but let's say we want to make money every day. That means we have 66 trades per month. So 33 trades are profitable, 50-50. And 50-50, 33 are losses or losers. So we have a ratio 2 and 1, 0.4. We made 32%. We made losses 6%. At the end, we make 6-7% per month. So after 1.5 months, you have 10% and complete the challenge. So now you have 2 things. You have a cool money management with profit-loss ratio and your risk. This is your money management. And this here, this one is your moving average, MACD with Heikin Ashi, with your strategy by using divergences. How cool is this? And if you have a win ratio of 50-50, and believe me, with this strategy, you have a little bit more. So in the community, we use different strategies with a way higher win rate, I can tell you. So that's the reason why my students after 1.5 months are really successful. So that you can start immediately right now, we have a real gift for you. If you go to the homepage of SabioTrade, we give you a discount code of the code is 1 million. 1 and million. That's the account. If you go to the homepage on SabioTrade, yeah, then you will find your assessments, and then you can type in after the purchase to push the button, and then you can see push the discount of 1 million, and you get 30% or maybe 40% discount. So I want to show you something at the end. What happens if you don't do it only you? What happens if you don't trade alone? And here you see some results of my students. The moment we trade with our Dow family, you have these results because we have a win ratio of 65 to 35, which means we just need a ratio of 1 and 1. And look what my students make every single day. This is not a fake. It's a real account. It's a real assessment account. And you see the profits. This is a 200,000 account. And you see how many losses and how many profits. Come on, guys. This is how trading is working. Here we SabioTrade. This is how it works. With this money management, and if you don't want to do it only you, come to the Dow family and we show you how you get 1 million funded account with a real cool trading strategy. Yeah, you can use indicators and oscillators, but we can show you different strategies to become and to cope the master the challenges, the assessments during maybe 1 month. And the second month, you can start to earn money. How does that sound? Come on, guys. It's really, really cool. Look, can show you many of those slips. My students make money every single day. And by the way, me too, because I make the same. So that was everything for today, guys. And now you see how it works on your phone. And that's me. In behalf of SabioTrade, I'm really happy that you gave me the chance to talk to you today. If you want to have more information about the Dow family and how to master the challenges here on SabioTrade, send an email on info@dowhow-trading.com, and then we do it every day together. I show you, for example, my trading room. So you see, for example, that's my trading room. Actually, 21 people. We have more students, but not everybody can make a intraday trading. So, and here you see my chart, for example, and we do trading every single day together. This is how we make money with SabioTrade. How does that sound for you? I hope it's really, really fine for you. Thank you very much for listening. I wish you a wonderful rest of the day, and hopefully we see each other at SabioTrade. Open an account right now with the discount of 1 million. That's the discount code, and you get a big discount of 30 or 40% of the 200,000 assessment. Just do it. Thank you very much for listening. I hope we see each other in 2 weeks ago, or maybe at SabioTrade, or maybe my community, and let's do it together to become successful and get 1 million funded dollar account. As always, have courage and be kind, and may the force of the logic be with you. See you in 2 weeks.